Welcome dear students. So today's video is going to be my last video on properties of definite integrals. And as I said in the last class that we'll be making use of property number 7 in this particular question. Why? Because we have got in the lower limit, if you call this pi by 2 as a, then it becomes minus a and the upper limit becomes a. So minus a to a. So in that case, we will always go for P7, right? Okay. So if you see here, okay, so here I told you a is pi by 2, but fx becomes your sine to the power 5x. Okay. So we have, so basically given is we have fx is equal to sine to the power 5x, right? Now, first and foremost, after this is given, we need to check whether this function is even function or odd function. Now, what is the meaning of even function? Okay, so definition is given here itself. So, in place of x, you write minus x. You write minus x in place of x. And after simplification, if you get fx, then it is said to be even function. For example, cos x, so cos x, fx equals to cos x is an example of even function, because whenever you write f of minus x, that is in place of x, if you write minus x, you get cos of minus x, and cos minus theta is cos theta, right? So that is you get cos x, and cos x is equals to how much? Fx. So what did you observe from here? F of minus x is equals to fx. So this is the perfect example of your even function. Okay, and next is odd function. Okay, so if you substitute in place of x by minus x and in return you get minus fx, that kind of function is known as odd function. For example, the function sine, okay, that is fx equals to sine x is a perfect example for odd function, because when you write minus x in place of x, you get sine minus theta, and sine minus theta is minus sine theta, isn't it? Okay, and we have sine x is fx. So see, f of minus x is equals to minus of fx. So in such case, the function is known to be odd function. Okay, right? So we will verify whenever we have minus a to a, we will verify whether the function is even or odd. Okay, so that's why we have, therefore we say f of minus x. Okay, so in place of x, let's write minus x. So you get, so it is, you can write this as first and foremost sine x whole to the power 5, right? Okay, so that's why we can write here sine, in place of x we'll write minus x to the power 5. And as you know, sine minus theta is a minus sine theta, that is minus sine x to the power 5. So minus to the power 5 will always be minus, and this becomes sine to the power 5x, which is equals to minus. Okay, so sine to the power 5x is given to be fx, isn't it? So we get this much, that is f of minus x is equals to minus of fx. That means the function fx is, f is an odd function, isn't it? As per the definition, we are able to see that it is satisfying the property, this property, right? So that's why we say that f is an odd function. Now whenever f is an odd function, then the value of the integral is equals to always 0, right? So therefore we say, using P7, we have integral minus pi by 2 to pi by 2 sine to the power 5x dx will be equals to 0. So this is using P7. Okay, so you may pause the video and note down your solution. Let's have another question. So in this case also we have got a similar kind of case where you have the integral from minus a to a. Okay, so we have first and foremost, let's write what is our fx. So fx is equals to x square sine x plus tan cube x. Okay, now let's check what is f of minus x. So f of minus x turns out to be, in place of x just write minus x. So we have minus x square sine minus x plus, this can be written as tan minus x whole cube, right? So this is minus square is plus, so it becomes x square. Now this becomes minus sine x, because sine minus theta is minus sine theta, plus similarly this becomes tan minus x is minus tan x, and we have whole cube as well. Okay, so you see this becomes minus x square sine x, this becomes plus into, okay, so minus cube is minus, so plus into minus becomes minus, so this is tan cube x. Now if you take minus common, then it becomes x square sine x plus tan cube x, right? That is minus, now how much is this? Look at this and look at this, aren't they same? Right, so that's why in place of this I'll write just fx. Okay, so again it is satisfying the second case, right? So therefore f is an odd function. So therefore using P7, again using P7 we have the integral minus pi by 3 to pi by 3 x square sine x plus tan cube x dx will be equals to 0. Okay, so this will be my answer. Okay, so you may pause the video and note down your solution. Let's have this particular question. So again minus a to a is given. So in this case we have the function fx is equals to log 2 minus x divided by 2 plus x. Okay, now let's substitute the value of x by minus x. Okay, so therefore f of minus x is going to be log, okay, so in place of x I'll write minus x. Okay, so you have 2 plus minus x here. Okay, so it becomes log, okay, so numerator becomes 2 plus x, okay, denominator becomes 2 minus x. Okay, now can I write this as log, see here carefully, 2 minus x by 2 plus x whole to the power minus 1. Can I do that? Yes, obviously, right? And all of you know log, you know that log a to the power b is equals to b log a. That is, the power comes in front. So that means this power comes front and becomes minus 1. So you can write just minus. So it becomes minus log of 2 minus x divided by 2 plus x. Now look at this and look at this. They are same. So that's why in place of this I can write fx. So it becomes fx. Okay. So again it is following the second case, right? So it is following the second case. So that's why the value of this integral turns out to be 0. So the last part you will write by yourself. Using P7 we have this integral equals to 0. You will write by yourself. Okay. So you may pause the video and note down the solution. Okay, so we have one more question, question number 12, which says evaluate this integral. Okay, now if you look at this, see, can I write this as, this is equal to, so can I write this half as 2 to the power minus 1? We have log half, right? So half can be written as 2 to the power minus 1, and we have in the numerator log 2, okay, and we have sine e to the power x plus 1 divided by e to the power x minus 1 dx, right? Okay, now you know we have already made use of this particular formula. If you make use of this formula here, this minus comes in front and it becomes minus log 2, numerator becomes log 2, and we have the integrand, this is called the integrand will remain as it is, e to the power x plus 1 divided by e to the power x minus 1 dx. Okay, So we have got this integrand with us. Now see, if you call this as a, this becomes minus a to a. So that's why we will again go for P7. Okay, we have fx is given to be equals to sine e to the power x plus 1 divided by e to the power x minus 1. Be very careful with this calculation. Okay, so therefore we have f of minus x will be equals to sine, in place of x we'll write minus x, so it becomes e to the power minus x plus 1 divided by e to the power minus x minus 1. Okay, right. So if you see here, see what am I going to do is I'll multiply both numerator and denominator by e to the power x. Okay, so if you do that, see you get e to the power x minus e to the power x becomes, okay, so e to the power x, let's say, plus we have here e to the power x divided by, here also we will do the same, e to the power minus x into e to the power x minus e to the power x. Okay, right. So e to the power minus x into e to the power x is e to the power 0, which is 1, isn't it? So just write this as e to the power, okay, so this part becomes 1, so it is just 1 plus e to the power x divided by, this is also 1 minus e to the power x. Okay, now what will I do is from the denominator I'll take minus common. Okay, so if you do that, it becomes sine minus, so numerator can be written as e to the power x plus 1, right? And the denominator, when you take minus common, it becomes e to the power x minus 1. Okay, right? Okay, now if you call this as theta, this becomes sine minus theta, right? So sine minus theta is minus sine theta, isn't it? So it becomes minus sine theta, that is theta is e to the power x plus 1 divided by e to the power x minus 1. Okay, now if you look at this, this is nothing but fx, isn't it? So that's why this becomes minus fx. Again it follows the second rule, that is the function is odd. So again you write that using P7 this integral will be equals to 0. Is that clear? So see, in most of the cases you will find the usage of the second part only. Okay, only in advanced sums you will find the usage of this. Okay, so you can practice this much and you can solve few sums from your past year questions as well for better clarity. Okay, so you may pause the video and note down your solution. Okay, so your homework is given here. Okay, so kindly try this at home. Okay, and if you have any problem, then you can get back to me. Okay, so with this we close our definite integrals. Okay, and in the next class we'll be starting the new chapter. Thank you very much.